This short video is to explain the time management and tracking of jobs in the 4eMuse program. On the procedure list screen, you will notice active and inactive jobs. An active job is one that is currently being worked on. Inactive procedures are safe work procedures ready to be activated and used when needed. It is a simple process to activate a procedure, ready for the work to be started, and the job can be tracked. We have one active procedure in our list. Once an active job is completed, you can make the procedure inactive, and all details relating to the job are stored in the archive system. The archive system stores the job tracking, all hazard reports, continuous improvement notes, all handover notes, all take fives currently added to the job by the workforce, management, or safety. The archive is an exact copy of the job, and is readily available for review at any time for audit, improvement, or safety purposes. This process is described in another video, but allows a full audit of every job ever completed in the system. So let's open the active procedure, which is changing a wet end on a Warman 10-8 pump. We will not look at all the hazards and controls in this procedure, or how to add, edit, modify the procedure on the job, that is shown on another video. We are looking at how the program tracks and monitors this currently underway job. Admin and the supervisor have two buttons on their user screens showing Start and View Work Times. This is the timer for tracking the job. The supervisor or admin starts and stops the timer as needed to track exact work times. You can view all recorded work times. The timer records minutes worked, and also gives the total work time so far on the job. In this case, 1 hour and 47 minutes. This time worked is used against time estimated for the job, which we will see next. The times can be edited or deleted by admin whilst the job is underway. Now we move down to the actual work steps for the job. Each work step is allocated an estimated time, so we have a total time for the job to be completed. There are also fields for work step weight and percentage completed. These will be explained shortly. There is a green, Add Estimated Time button. This button is green if times have been allocated to every work step. If a new work step is added or time has not been allocated to a work step, the button changes to red. We open up the Allocate Estimated Time entry form. This form shows every work step in the procedure. We add an estimated time for every work step, and the coding allocates the weight of the work step. The work steps times add together to give a total time for the job, in this case 3.9 hours. It is a simple process to change a work step estimated time. You will note total time and weights all change if one time entry is made. The estimated times and weight are added to the work step. They cannot be edited from here. So now we have estimated and total estimated time for each work step and the complete job. We have a timer to tell us exactly how much time we have spent on the job. We now look at the percentage complete area, which is filled out on the job by the supervisor. Remember, this job is underway, so some of the work has been completed. The supervisor has entered 100% complete for work step 1, and work step 2. Work step 3, the supervisor has entered 40% complete, and the rest of the work steps are at 0%, because they have not been started yet. Note, this is all being done from the admin area. The supervisor has a different screen with less functionality. Changing the percentage done is a simple process that takes seconds. You will see how a change here changes the graphing and tracking of the job later. So the supervisor updates the percentage done as the job progresses. He does not change estimated times or weights, these are entered by admin, planning, or management before the job starts. On the admin main menu, there is a tracking menu. We open up the company and site where we want to view currently active jobs. In this case there is only one active job, but in a shutdown there may be a lot more. We open up the Warman pump job, and data is drawn from the procedure to give us a view of where the job is actually at compared to where it should be. This data is online so a manager in Perth or New York can see live tracking data of any job with progress clearly shown. The data shown is every work step from the job, the percentage completed entered by the supervisor, and estimated time left for each work step not at 100%. The live graph at the bottom shows a black estimated timeline for the job. If you remember, the job has an estimated time of 3.9 hours to be completed or reach 100%. This was entered by admin or the planner before the job started. The red line is the actual percentage complete, which comes from the timer total time, and percentage completed entered by the supervisor on each work step. We have currently completed just over 35% of the total job, and this has taken 1.55 hours to get there. This job is slightly behind schedule, but using the time taken, and estimated time left, will run over by around 15 minutes. Remember this graph and the data will change if the timer is still running or the supervisor changes completed percentages on work steps. It updates automatically. I am now going to go back into the Warman pump procedure, and will manually change a timer to add 30 minutes extra time, to see what it does to the graph and data. This is only to show you how the system updates, and is not how the program operates. Only admin can change timers. So we add 30 minutes to this timer entry, just to test the system. We now go back to the admin tracking menu, and bring up the data for the Warman pump job to see what has changed. The data has changed. The thing most noticeable is the graph. We added 30 minutes time completed, with no more percentage completed, and we are now running a lot behind schedule. The red actual line is a long way below the black estimated time. We have still only completed nearly 36% of the job, but have taken 2.06 hours to get there. With an estimated time to completion of 2.5 hours, we will be over schedule by a minimum of 0.7 hours, around 42 minutes. This data can be auto-loaded to programs like Microsoft Project or Primavera to provide instant and continuous update of jobs or shutdown schedules. Very simple process to download data to Excel, PDF, or directly link to other programs. Another advantage of this system is the ability for remote personnel to see the job tracking, but also to see why it is running behind time or what issues are causing problems for the workers. The procedure has a section called Handover Notes, where the supervisor and others can show what is going on with the job. We will enter a handover note, but first let's look at all handover notes entered for this procedure. So this is a very quick look at what other information is available to remote managers, safety personnel, and supervisors. This information is all kept even when the job is completed and archived. Information entered for this job by workers includes handover notes, continuous improvement notes, hazard reports, and take fives. These can all be entered online and attached to this job. All entries except Take 5s can upload an image directly from a mobile phone into our online image editor or straight to the relevant document. This is the admin area. Supervisors and users have a different screen. We are quickly looking at some entries to this procedure. Remote viewers will use another method to view this information. This is looking at one of the entered hazard reports from inside the procedure. On the side menu we can access the procedure's information. We are opening up all handover notes for a selected procedure, the warm and pump job again. All handover notes for this one live procedure can now be viewed remotely. There is an ability to download an auto-formatted PDF of all handover notes, or download all data, including images, to an Excel spreadsheet. The method for viewing all hazard reports, or continuous improvement reports remotely, is identical to this process. Images are critical. This system handles as many images as the user wants to upload to explain a point. With the online editor built into the system, a user on a mobile phone can upload an image, place an arrow and text to explain better, and save it to the document. This is an example of one of our self-generating PDF files. This has been sped up, but it shows all hazard reports entered for this active procedure, viewed remotely. PDF and Excel downloads are available at any time. The hazard reports also has an automated email system that sends emails to different personnel depending on the criticality rating of the entry. This is explained in more detail in another report, but happens the instant a hazard report is entered by anyone. Continuous improvement notes entered on this job are viewed remotely as well. All take fives are recorded online, and are attached and kept with the procedure, even when the procedure is archived. Plans to ensure people actually do take fives are quite simple with coding at a later date. Also, take fives are never used to record hazards or improvements. We intend to change that and use them to gather commonly reported issues instead of forcing people to do them, then never look at any of them. Take fives have an important part to play in worker safety, but they are not used correctly. Take fives need to be checked and verified that workers are using them correctly and recording all safety issues. Take fives are viewed as a joke by the workforce as they are never assessed. Just another useless KPI. We are in the active procedure and creating a new handover note so management or remote viewers can see why the job is running late. We fill out the details, our name, check the date and time, and select the condition and criticality of the handover note. There are two ways to upload an image. Through the image editor, where you can add text, lines, and arrows, or just upload the image. You can also upload directly from a mobile phone or tablet camera. This is just a random image from my computer, and I will add an arrow to it. The editor does a lot more, but that is shown in another video. So you can save multiple images to one continuous improvement form. Scanned documents, photos, edited images, all can be done from a mobile phone or tablet remotely. We save the continuous improvement note to the procedure. This will stay with the procedure even when we archive the job. So a remote manager, supervisor, or safety professional can now look at all entries for continuous improvements remotely, and the new entry is instantly available to view or download. You also need to remember that all this information is stored in a database so can be used for other purposes. If this job is archived, in 3 years you can look at this archived job and all this information is attached to the archived job. Archiving is detailed further in another video and describes how the job is made inactive.